Hi there, my name's Andy Young and I'm one of the automotive lecturers down at Unitech in Auckland, New Zealand, and welcome to my Andy Mechanic YouTube channel. Now, on this video, I have decided to remove the engine block, the transmission, the four-wheel drive transmission, and the entire front subframe from the Toyota Rav4. And it has to come out underneath the body. It's a huge task. But I need that block out because I want to strip the whole block and do all the measurements for the block as well. That's crankshaft journals, bores, the lot. I want to inspect the whole thing, so we're doing a proper job. But it does mean a lot more work. And I need all the block inspection videos to be done and uploaded to the channel by at least the end of next week. So I've got about 7 days from this point to do all of that. Tremendous amount of work, but we're going to get there. Because don't forget, I have a full-time job too. So I've roped Benjamin in. It's his birthday. He's 22 years old. Jesus, I feel really old now. Happy birthday, Ben. So if you want to head outside with me, we're going to basically start ripping lots of bits off. And we're going to start with taking the front two wheels off. And we're going to pull the struts out, the knuckle joints, the lower arms, the drive shafts. Oh, you name it. Big pile of bits. Hopefully we won't lose anything. Here we go.
So we're taking the caliper off?
Just keep copying me, basically, on your side. Poor little cat. And you can take the split pin out on the drive shaft nut. Because we'll have to get the windy on that and get those yeah, I wonder if Teng's windy's going to do that for us. Should do. Won't hurt. Oh. You can be charging nuts and bolts, Fraser.
Okay.
You know, I've been putting off doing this all week.
Just doing it on Ben's birthday away, so.
That's rather tight.
Can you grab a couple of cable ties, Ben? Big ones. No, the big ones. They were little ones. They're back in the box underneath. Need some quite strong ones to hang the calipers. At least it's not raining.
Yeah.
Those? Nope. No, they'll do. Hey, this is the side that I rebuilt, isn't it? Yeah, it had a new knuckle joint in it. Go. Well, the inside's 19 to 17. Oh, 17, aren't they?
Jesus Christ, that was
Was it?
yeah. As I said earlier, you know the type when they start flaring up in the spans.
You're using the round end, aren't you?
Well, I am on the bit you can get to with the round end.
Those brakes have still got quite a bit of grip on it.
Oh, I think they fitted new pads when we got it. I think so.
I wasn't here when you got it.
No, you're in England, weren't you?
Being stuck in England. Pretty dead pig.
Magic hammer, do you guess that?
Magic hammer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. You know, last time he was on camera, I had a real job trying to make sure there was no butt crack on the video. I spent ages having to edit it all out. It's like, it's true actually.
Really, no, you spent hours staring at the butt crack.
It was quite off-putting actually, editing it. Hey, don't lose the little clips out of the pad carrier, Ben, when you throw it around like that.
You got some cycles in there.
Take off the split pin on your steering knuckle as well. Chuck it in.
Yeah.
That's all the difference.
Alright, when you go with the big socket on.
Oh yes, look at that.
That is definitely. Hey!
See? If in doubt, hit it a bit harder. Works for me. So much to do.
You're gonna make it.
I think this car was my very first video.
Really?
Wasn't it? CD boot. How cool is that?
Bit of a flashback.
Yeah. Looking a bit older now.
Yeah. That's a magic hammer.
There we go. What are you undoing now?
The shock.
Oh, that's easy, Ben.
Is it? Yeah. But you cheated me using windigo next one.
Nah.
Oh, of course it is. Right, you know that's tight.
Do you hear me swearing? Nah.
Zoom, zoom.
Fraser, can you just hold that arm for us?
That arm?
The lower arm. That, ready? It's going to drop down at the back. Lovely. Right, there we go. Have a 3 bolt.
Well,
Oh, is there another bolt? Oh, tiny one.
ooh, bird.
Right, get ready. It's going to come down.
What's coming down?
The lower arm. Ready? Yep. Right, that should. There you go.
There you go.
Have a 3 parts.
That's like a new bolt.
Right, better drain the oil now, I suppose. Done it all over the workshop.
Where is it the oil that you would normally do for oil change?
This is gearbox oil, this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My friend was made to do oil change on your car.
No, I have. I've read the total manual, and it says in the total manual to get these drive shafts out, you use a really big servo.
Blow Bullshit.
It does.
Bullshit.
It says you
It
put
says
the crowbar,
Toyota Special Tour number 67.
which happens to be a really big crowbar. Honestly. Right, Fraser, if you come around here.
Yeah.
And just hold that drive shaft level. Hopefully. Because what we have is like a little circuit on the back. Hopefully, if we can get in the right position. And get somebody to lever off. Right.
I don't get why you're taking them off, I just leave them on for now.
You can't just take the whole thing out in one lump.
You can.
Yeah, but then I've got to split it in the workshop, so it's just as easy to do it now.
You're only splitting the engine from the gearbox, aren't you? So you couldn't just left that.
No, I'm not.
No?
No, I've got to take... The subframe's going to come down with everything on it. I've got the steering rack to take off the subframe. Then I've got the four-wheel drive gearbox, the transfer box to remove off the transaxle.
Yeah.
Then I can unbolt the block off the transaxle.
Oh.
And then probably, because there's only one engine mount, I'll take the transaxle off the subframe for ease of storage. So basically we're disassembling the entire front end, suspension, engine, transmission. A whole lot.
All because of one chip valve.
Yeah, and because somebody designed it to go together in the factory, not really been worked on in the real world.
So cool. Like, if I had that money to spend, then I'd definitely get it. But for a pair of shoes you never want to wear.
Poor spanners.
Are they Ben's or yours?
Right, Ben, you can get the rattle gun and do the rear 17. Can you take the 12 off first?
Pass us the 17 mil socket, Fraser.
So your little 12 back here, it's just a guide bolt. No, yeah, that one. Now towards you. It's upside down towards you.
Yeah, yeah. Just put it in.
Yeah, the summertime you land a card, it's so cool.
You know, as long as pliers you got over there. You put some.
Hang on, that's why I get
Fraser will grab them.
Fraser's tool bitch.
There you
I'm a little bit.
You
Well, you
love
try.
it. He loves it, really. It's all the attention.
I have no attention to
Right. Remind me, Ben, when I put this thing back together, there's no oil in the gearbox. Man, there's so many bolts missing on this car. Right, let's go through it. So, steering rack.
Which you can't. Oh, yeah.
There's the rack. Right, there's your steering column coming down. There's the UJ.
Yeah.
And see there's a pinch bolt at the bottom of the UJ. It goes onto a spline into the steering
Yeah,
rack.
the little tiny one.
Yeah, the 12mm head. So you've got to get into that side. All right. Right, where's the magic hammer?
No.
Oh, I've got it. Yeah.
This is where I lose all the skin on my lip, wouldn't I? Something. It's only a pinch bolt, isn't it? So is it under it a little bit? Or...
No, it has to come out. It's a safety pinch bolt.
Ah.
It's got to come all the way out. Precision, zip tie.
Span it down.
Better?
Blinding.
Oh.
Yep, 17.
Okay, so just crack it up. So it's like that way. Mind your nipples.
Ooh, that was tight.
It's just unplug that. Tap.
This is more about another day.
I think it's going to be a manual job, isn't it? Alright, so what else then?
Should slip off. No, it looks like there's not much else holding it in other than that one engine mount.
Okay, well we've got there's bound to be heater hoses. So that goes to here. So that's off. Okay, we've got loom. This big loom here, look.
Yeah, but that's all disconnected to this end.
Yeah, so where does it go?
Goes to that. And up there again. So I don't think there's anything. Oh, what's that part?
I think there's
Oh,
still
that's
a lot
very
to undo actually. Right, heater hoses. Loom, starter. There, look, what's that?
Super annoying plug.
Okay. So all of that's need some cycles.
Is that the clutch?
Yeah, so we've got that to undo. Just trying to pull all that up here out of the way.
Are we going to undo it there, or?
Yeah, you'll have to hold it.
That'll be a 10. You've asked me a 10, Fraser.
Okay.
And you have to hold this, so you have to get it.
Which you've unbolted, unfortunately.
I haven't, it was already loose.
Oh.
Which tells you somebody else has been in, you see. So you have to hold that with one hand.
Okay.
Alright. This is the only mounting that's left in now. It's on the body.
Yeah.
So I can undo that one. Feels like about 17.
Alright. That's disconnected. Should it go off there? No.
Nope. So I feel something else down there. Can you see it then?
What,
The
this?
connector, yeah, it's got to be unplugged.
Unplugged?
Yeah, gear cables. Now, we don't want to be
Oh, is it not a mechanical linkage? We use a cable.
on. Don't lose that.
That's quite funky. I've never seen it before. I suppose they'll do it on all transactors, won't they?
See if you can get the other clip off. There's one on the other one.
Okay.
On the other arm.
Eating me. In the parts tray.
Should get Fraser's cameraman to check, really.
We can shoot all the bloopers.
Wobbly.
Hey, I'm not that bad.
I'm getting a 10 on my left arm now.
Yeah, that's good.
Right, I
And
guess.
show off the rippling muscles.
Not really. Right, you got that clip off?
Yeah.
Oh, it was the other way on, wasn't it? Right, so you now need, where these two outers clip onto the bracket, there's a bracket there. There's some E-clips. See these big clips here, like a brake pipe one?
Okay.
So a pair of long nose pliers in from the side, wiggle, wiggle, and it comes upwards.
Okay.
Then you take the cable out.
This reminds me of the episode of Roadkill and they changed the El Grande.
One in the car park?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it?
And then that one where they go back to the car park and there's still a stain on the ground.
It's like, what, a year later or something?
Yeah.
Oops. That wasn't us.
Or like cleaning it up with tampons.
So, there's no actual clip or anything to close, is there? It's just all about levering it up.
Yeah, you put your plier jaws on top of that flat plate there.
Like that.
Yes.
How am I going to lever it up like that?
And then you would wiggle it and it just comes up. Should be.
I can't think something flat in there to lever.
Oh, that's ready to come out. Okay, it is out.
Maybe we should have left that in.
No, live dangerously, Ben. Pliers. See if I can get it from there. Yeah, it's definitely what it is. There's one on this side as well. Maybe I'll try this one first. Hey, you know, it was 100 days yesterday to the Auckland Marathon. That's even more worrying. I haven't done any training yet.
Are you going to do it?
Yeah.
You done it before?
Okay.
Done it before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he says a marathon, he does like, what is it, the quarter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But over 4 years,
And
it'd
he's
be a
doing
marathon, wouldn't it?
one
If I do
marathon in
one
4
every,
years.
one every year,
Yeah.
then by the end of it, I'll have done a marathon.
Yeah.
Big flat screwdriver, Fraser, please.
Flathead?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this big enough?
I hate to disappoint you, mate, but that's not big.
Oh, he's got it!
One.
I reckon they're a fit with hammer job for that type.
Oh yeah, fit for hammer, but not unfit for hammer. This one should be a bit easier.
He says. It's alright, Fraser, we got it.
So it's more like a
Yeah, that would have been the perfect screwdriver.
It's alright.
We've managed.
Keep it out here.
That's tray.
Okay. Oh. Alright, so we'll get you some zip ties. Or basically, if we can just keep zip tying, unthread them all, and then just zip tie them up with the firewall out of the way. And then we're going to start to get a picture of what's still connected and what isn't, yeah?
I'm going to drop it out and go for it.
Well, we're very close, actually. It's going to be a nightmare putting that in.
It's not going back.
I have no idea. I mean, you watch on eBay, on Traver, do a Rav4 engine, recently rebuilt.
and then a separate auction. Rav4 needs engine.
Yeah, they will. They really will. I can guarantee it. It's going to happen.
Surely all these people go, hang on, he's the same guy selling the car and the engine.
Yes,
He
it
just doesn't
can't
want
be
it.
asked to put it back in again.
Good rolling body.
I know how to kill the video off. Came out one morning to put the engine back in and it had gone. Somebody'd stolen the RAV4 without an engine in. That's tragic. Look, it was insured.
What a shame.
Should they get it insured and it's disappeared?
You just pushing the paddock down there. It's gone. Someone came and stole it. The police
Right,
come.
do you reckon that's it, Ben?
Let's give it a go.
Okay, jump out then. Happy birthday, Ben.
This is just what I wanted to do.
You knew when you got out of bed this morning you were going to be in an engine bay, taking out a RAV4 engine.
Actually, what I wanted to do today was work on some bicycles. Look what I ended up working on.
You love it.
Free diving without or anything.
Whoa.
Go on, you're right.
The video was quite creepy. Because you watch it and you think he's going to
dropped
pass
about an
out.
inch.
We can always put the engine hoist on it.
Nah. Who uses the tools they have? Come on.
And just lower it down with the engine hoist. Do you want to lose your oil tray, Fraser? Let's get rid of that out of the way. Yeah. So everything should be on the jack now, shouldn't it?
In theory. I'm kind of worrying because I reckon it's going to get halfway out and then fall off.
It should be hanging out of it.
Right.
Let's get rid of these.
Will it need some persuasion on the steering column?
It'll need a little tap, probably. So I'll give you that.
Reach. Can just. Rubber something.
That's got to test the strap, isn't it?
Yeah, the cheap warehouse one that'll just snap.
Right, that should be. Marking that bit up. Okay. So you need to thread that. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I'll take this other one out now. The last bolt then.
That's awesome.
All going to go crashing down. Right, Fraser. Bolt man. Ugh. Okay. So let's just lower this bit down first and see what goes on. So we're looking for, have you got the torch pen? Yeah, so you're looking for things that go tight. That's usually a bad thing. How are we looking?
Not seeing it.
Cool. So we'll do a little bit of the engine hoist now.
The strap might catch on that one.
And then front one down. Oh, look at that. That's a lot. Okay, next. Cool. That's alright, we got it, we got it. Woo! Excellent. Right, can you unhook the hoist?
As soon as there's no weight on it now.
That was proper roadkill, wasn't it? Well, it's not as bad as it's getting. Remember, I used to get the engines out with the digger and not even undo the engine mounts. You used to put straps on and then like pick the cart and just go donk with the digger bucket, and it used to go. It used to rip the engine and gearbox clean out. Everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine. Fine.
Cool. I'm really impressed about how we did that. Right, Fraser, if you can pull that out while I just lift up the gearbox a little bit.
Okay.
Because it looks like it's a bit trapped. Oh, there's oil everywhere and all sorts. Right, hang on there. We might put a second one on for the back.
The deadlift challenge. It doesn't sound
No?
Up.
Up is good. And we should be able to just lower it onto the legs. Oh, set. Once it springs up. Thank you. Right, here we go.
It'll be fun with the leg.
Then we're reading stuff lying around again.
There you go.
Alright, ready? Fantastic. Well, that was a very joyous and momentous occasion. The Rav4 engine, transaxle and transfer box and subframe and quite a lot of other parts are now out of the vehicle. And my poor little garage is becoming overwhelmed by Toyota parts, together with bits of TDR and oh man, there's all sorts of stuff going on at the moment. So behind me, right in the corner, you see that, is sat on the tool trolley, the drawers trolley thing, is the subframe with the steering rack on it and a few other bits and pieces. That needs a really good clean because this engine's had an oil leak for quite some time and it's disgusting. So that's going to get a really good clean, but that's a separate job and it won't be to camera. However, the engine is oh, there we go, all there, still together, and I'm now going to quickly separate the block off the transmission, off the transfer box, into 3 bits basically, and the transmission's going to get, the transaxle's going to get a really good clean because again it's filthy. We'll check out the clutch while we're in there, see what kind of, if that needs to be replaced. Probably will get replaced knowing just how bad these things are to work on. There's a lot of bolts holding that together. And that's the plate I couldn't get off before. That's it for the rattle gun. Okay, so the next job is to separate the transfer box, this bit, from the main transaxle. That's going to be fun. And there's a great ring of bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aha! Another one's missing. Holy moly. So many bolts missing on this thing. Okay, obviously somebody's been in before. You can see the Halamar on there, look. All is forgiven. It's missing, and there's one down there, look. So many bolts. And these bolts here were missing. Look at that. That's the diaphragm that basically actuates the four-wheel drive system and provides drive to the rear wheels. It's amazing it really worked, isn't it? Okay, one. Geez, 3. Missing, and one at the back. Okay, that's 7 off. There is one missing, which was just under there. So in theory, that should now separate, I think. And the question is, will it? Just don't know. Pretty solid. Check there's no more bolts. Nope. Oh, there we go. If in doubt, do with the clouts. Right, we'll give that a minute to drain, and we'll pull it off. And once this is out of the way, we can then obviously lower it to the ground, and we can split the transaxle off the block, and that's easy. That won't take long. Right, screwdriver. Persuader required. Oh, here's one I broke earlier. Oh, it smells delightful. So close. Come on, you're still playing that. Oh, it's catching on the sump. Man, they don't make it easy, do they? And one of the bell housing bolts is also missing. Because obviously that was too hard to put back in again when they had the engine out. Well, let's just try splitting the transaxle off as well then. Maybe it's all got to sort of ease together. That's just crap. Sorry. Oh. Well, that was a bit loose. One. Yeah, it's amazing this thing, this vehicle didn't just fall apart as we were driving down the road. All the main engine transmission bolts are loose. Or missing. One or the other. Okay, we've got a 14 one there. What else have we got? Oh, there's the main one. Well, that was probably the tightest so far. Okay, 14 spanner. Now, some of you may wonder that, hey Andy, you're pulling this engine and gearbox apart, but you've still got it airborne. Don't worry, it's not just going to fall apart. They need a bit more persuasion than that. Okay. Another one. Oakley. Well, that was the wrong bolt. Okay. Right, so let's get the half moon plate taken off. And I think it should be in business. Oh. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. Now we can lower it to the ground. See if we can split it. one. Ta-da! Holy moly, finally. Okay, I'm back. It's not been a pretty day, has it? Not quite the handy mechanic that I usually am. Oh, sorry, Charlie, put that away. It's done. Well, it's a horrible car to work on. I'm sorry to keep whinging about it, but man, I've worked on loads of Suzukis and Nissan Control, four-wheel drives and all that kind of stuff. And even normal cars. And they're easy. This isn't. Everything seems to overlap everything else. And there's so much stuff on there that you've got to try and remember where it all goes. Oh well, so we have here, I'm going to lift it, the four-wheel drive part of the transmission. Now, not all Rav4s have those. There are quite a few Rav4s out there that are only front-wheel drive. And this device here essentially connects the drive to the rear axle. That's its main job. And there is a differential in there by the looks of it as well. That's right, yeah, because you drive shaft. Yeah, so this unit here, you've got, it basically gives drive to the both front wheels from the transaxle. But then on the four-wheel drive ones, they have this extra little bit sticking out the back, which provides drive to the rear wheels. So I imagine on the front wheel drive only four-wheel Rav4s, that will be plated off, or it'll be a different casting and it won't even have an output. I'm not going to go in there. There's no need, that's not the job. But I am going to give it a damn good clean, again not to camera. And I'm also going to have to find some more bolts because we've got a major problem here of lots of missing bolts on this engine. Yeah, somebody's been in that really doesn't know what they're doing or doesn't really care, or it's been some kind of apprentice that's been given the job because all the decent mechanics know just how nasty they are to work on. I don't know the history, but that'll get tucked under the bench for now, and then when I get a spare afternoon it's going to get a bit of a clean. Okay, same with the transaxle. That's going to get parked up somewhere out of the way. That's down on the ground at the moment. And again, that's going to get a really good clean. And then I'll come back to you once those two are out of the way, and we'll have the engine block up on the bench and we'll have a quick look. Ta-da! Yes, it's done. Didn't enjoy that at all. And I'm just not looking forward to the installation either. But hey, that's a long way down the line. So the next job is let's get the clutch, the firewheel taken off, the clutch cover, the friction plate, and let's get the sump taken off again, and basically get it into a condition where it's ready to do some measurements. So we'll get the crank out and yeah, do some measurements on the next video. Here we go. And these are not very tight either. Pretty big clutch. That's alright, it's just water, we're all good. 17? 17, I think. Thread lock! Yes! No, I'll take them down. That's weird. Well, it's a bit oily, and it needs a new crankshaft for their oil seal, that's for sure. Oh yeah. So, hey. Nice. Very nice. That. I wonder what other gremlins we're going to find now that we're right inside the block. Wait and see why. Who knows? Who really knows? We do know that somebody else has been in here other than Mr. Turtle. That's for sure. Okay. Let's get that taken off. Yeah. Lovely. So much cleaning. Oh, it gives a chance to get the degreasing bath working again. Okay, front end, what have we got? 19, I think. Okay. Do for now. Water pump, 14. Okay, let's do the 14. Wow, push the bolts. Okay. Oil pump. Jeez, look at that. Oil pumps run off the cam belt. Okay. Get that out of there. Cool, yeah. And that one. That's it. Oh, this engine's been hot. Nice. Oil pressure relief valve. For those that don't know what it is. So when the oil pressure is too high, it just dumps some back to the sump. Easy. Caps. Come on, let's get this crank out and I can go to the pub. Oh, there goes my finger. Damn. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flywheel. Front. There's my locking stick. Better. Need more room. There we go. 3. 4. 5. Okay. 1 crankshaft. Right, front 1, rear 1. Oh yeah. Oh, the shells don't look too bad. We'll give them a measure up with some plastic gauge on one of the next videos. Right, we need this thing to drain all its oil out, so we'll flick it the way up, put some rags under it, and it should be pretty clean by the time we get back on Sunday. Okay, I've done what I set out to do today, which was to get the transaxle, transfer box, block, subframe, all the front end stripped off that Rav4, and split the engine off, or split the block off everything else, and then strip down the rest of the block, so it's all ready for measurements on Sunday morning. Done. Absolutely knackered now. Good job I had Ben to give me a hand there. That was really cool. On his birthday as well. What a good lad. Okay, well that's the end of this video. This video I suppose will have the title of extracting all the rest of the crap out of the Rav4 so we can do what we needed to do at the start. Nah, that's too long a title. I'll think of something. Okay, well I hope you found this this video helpful. I know some of the camera work was terribly bad, and no, I didn't show you every single nut and bolt that you needed to undo to get the engine and all the other bits and pieces out of that Rav. It was, oh man, if I'd done that, it would be there forever. Basically, just keep unbolting shit until you can get it out. That's my motto. And reading the Toyota manual, pretty much said the same thing actually. It isn't that helpful. And man, the drawings are terrible. It's like somebody hand drew everything. It's not like Yamaha stuff. Okay, so if you've got any questions or comments, and I'm sure there'll be one or two now after this one, do leave them down the bottom. I do promise I will get back to you as soon as I can. I don't always get a notification though, as when you do comment. So sometimes, don't think I'm ignoring you. I just haven't got a notification, and I'll only come across your comment when I get a notification of somebody else's comment. So my apologies in advance, but sometimes it does happen. If you'd like to subscribe, then please do. This is an ongoing saga with the Rav4, and I'm sure there'll be plenty more videos to come. There's going to be probably about another 10 to do with the measurements of the block and the crank and the pistons and the conrods and all that kind of stuff. Plus, there's probably going to be the reassembly videos. I'm not going to put my name on it just yet. It all depends how much we find wrong with the block and what it needs, based on specifications. We'll see. I'm not going to promise you anything at the moment. Oil everywhere. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. But please don't forget, don't just click the subscribe button. Go onto the little gear next to it and go in there and turn on notifications. And that way you will get notifications as and when I upload any additional videos to the channel. And there's usually 5, sometimes even 10 videos a week at the moment. It's crazy busy. So much to do. So much editing work actually as well. So there you go. That's the end of, I have no idea what episode this is. I think it might be number 16, 17, 18. I just don't know. I've lost track. But it'll say it in the title, I'm sure. Okay, my name's Andy Young, and I'm one of the automotive lecturers down at Unitech in Auckland, and you've been watching the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel. Cheers, over and out.